Subject: History of the world. The world. When they insist on using BCE instead of BCAD. Oh right, the common era. The era that is common. The name chosen specifically for the era that started around the L event. Look who ends up sitting side by side in EU ambassadors meetings. We're putting the band back together. The Lakota. The Black Hills are holy to my people. That means you've lived there for thousands of years, right? Right? Napoleon was the best military leader in history. No, Wellington was as good. Also, did I mention Waterloo? He got exiled to an island. Napoleon was the best military leader in history. History of any part of the world at some point be like. But then everything changed when the Europeans attacked. Hey mate, have you heard about this new people who are moving north? Some say they might not be friendly. Nah, I wouldn't worry too much if I were you. Humans and bisons have been living in harmony for centuries. This is Texas Instruments. How can I help you? Man-portable anti-tank systems? Of course we make man-portable anti-tank systems. But boss, we don't develop man-portable anti-tank systems. Course we do. 1914 was clearly the worst year in history. No, it was clearly 1939. Around 536. We have hardly had any sunlight for a year. It is the coldest year in history and everyone is starving because of bad harvests. Don't forget that the plague of Justinian is literally killing half of the world population. Never ask a woman her age. A man. His salary. Homer. Who the F he was. Where did he live? Did he actually author those poems himself? Is that his real name or his pen name? 2000. When I die I want to be buried in the family grave. Of course honey. 793 to 1066. Is it okay if we put your bones in our swords? It would be an honor. Me and my homie traveling back to 1984 to stop George Hudson creating daylight savings. You don't frig with time. When you invent the first successful military submarine and build the first rocket to land on the moon, but you end up being regarded as a mostly brain dead state. Alabama. I didn't know I came here to be disrespected. You cannot fast travel when enemies are nearby. When your castle is being besieged and you go to take a dump, only to find they are poking spears up the toilet hole to try and stab you in the bum. Oh, that's real nice. Oregon trying to figure out how to get rid of a dead whale that washed up on the beach. The Oregon State Highway Division. Soviets, we are going to survive into the 21st century. The Pizza Hut ad man. I finally found it. After 15 years. The Scroll of Truth. Rome was not more advanced than the Middle Ages. Niet. The French to General Trezel after Battle of Macta 1835. Facing 12,000 Algerian cavalrymen with just 3,000 soldiers was a bad idea. General Trezel few years later trying to fight Algerians with a herd of sheep. You haven't seen crap. I'm the Elon Musk of bad ideas. Japan, we would like to negotiate a conditional surrender. United States. Ancient Egyptians and Mayans, building massive feats of mathematical prowess and architecture via temple or pyramid structures. Ancient Britons putting some rocks in a circle. I'm not very good at it, but it doesn't matter. When the Spanish take your land and livelihood then tell you to get a new job. Unhated Soviet people, annual meeting. A prosperous future as a small Latin American nation with important export routes and a decent sized population. Paraguay, Argentina, Uruguay and the Brazilian Empire. This is Michelin Tires. How can I help you? Restaurant reviews? Of course we do restaurant reviews. But boss, we don't review restaurants. Course we do. Jackson was a good president. Proud slave owner. The spoils system. Supported censorship. Showed autocratic tendencies. The economic policies. Indian Removal Act. Me, I got 2 front row tickets to the public execution. Girls during the 1800s. No one. Germany explaining history to their people. We were bad, but now we are good. The Intel Core i9 13900 KS. Each core can run at up to 6 billion revolutions per second. The French. Pathetic. This woman is a witch. Oh god, they're going to throw me in a lake to see if I sink. Bring me the mask. You believe you found the 93rd element. Turns out you didn't find the 93rd element. You instead split the atom, discovered nuclear fission, and created a new field in nuclear physics. Augustus making the same joke about asparagus for the 70th time. Augustus's entire family. Hey, I told you. What happened in 1989? Intellectually curious kings when the children they left alone and didn't teach how to speak don't know how to speak. Random Greek peasants when they get forced to go to war for 10 years on the other side of the world because some random simp from Troy stole some king wife and your king has an oath to protect that woman marriage. Britain invents imperial system. US also uses the imperial system. Britain switches to metric system and starts making fun of US for using imperial system. Hold on, this whole operation was your idea. 31,000 heavily armed soldiers, 6,000 soldiers and a bread maker. Sixth commandment, thou shalt not kill. Spain during the Spanish Inquisition. I'll ignore that. Caesar in his own commentaries. Caesar in everyone else's recollection. Plastic companies needing a new source to send their plastics to. Furniture companies trying to make cheap new furniture for the consumer economy. The British using trenches against underdeveloped tribes. The British using trenches against developed armies. Zeus, you are not on this council, but we do grant you the rank of god. Hades, okay. Wellington beating Napoleon at Waterloo. Napoleon leaving all his money to Wellington's assassinator. The 5th French Republic with all of its revolutions. Ukraine having its 5th war for independence. The Song Dynasty, after presiding over a golden age in China and almost starting an industrial revolution, but then getting stampeded by the Jurchens. I nearly got freaking everything. Ottomans, besieges Candia for 21 years. The soldier who hasn't experienced peace for 21 years. I'm tired, boss. William the Conqueror in 1087 be like. This mountain range is called Hindu Kush because it was sacred for Hindus. Right? Corrupt incompetent Politburo members, we have a problem. The problem, Field Marshal Zhukov. Russia, wait, I can explain. You killed the Tsar and his entire family. France, I chopped off the king and his wife's heads. Germany, you guys killed your monarchs. Oh Panzer of the Lake, what is your wisdom? Russians call World War II a Great Patriotic War from 1941 until 1945 because that's the only part of World War II they are not ashamed of. Basically Germany and Russia when Poland exists between them. When you have to drop off the kids at 4 and offend Stalingrad at 5. The Delhi Sultan successfully fending off Mongol invasions. Timur. You know, I was a great military leader once. Yes, I saw you were doing well until everyone died. Benito Mussolini. Imperial Japan. A Roman column from Pompeii. Connecticut trying out the first United States submarine. Early Cold War focus and mentality. Asia. Europe. Japanese cruiser. Other Japanese cruiser. It's as easy as crushing an ant. Dutch oil tanker. Please don't hurt me. Meet hot local Huns in your area ready to pillage. Attila just sent you a message. I have breached your walls. Stop letting him cook. Dortmund fans invading the pitch with dogs and attacking Schalke players in 1969. Schalke fans bringing a freaking lion onto the pitch in the next match. Overthrowing a government. CIA. Arab soldiers trying to escape from the Battle of Yarmouk back to their camp, their wives. When you surrender thinking you're going to survive the war, but then you realize you're fighting Canadians. You know you are a historian if you are still sad about the Library of Alexandria. Sigismund III Vasa trying to turn lead into gold. Wall Palace a moment later. Julius Caesar went after countless signs and warnings that people were gonna assassinate him on the Ides of March. People did in fact assassinate him on the Ides of March. The coalition, seeing a certain French Corsican return from Elba, this a-hole again. Romania in 1989 removes the coat of arms from its flag. Chat. You will be remembered for liberating Massachusetts from direct British rule, advocating for smallpox vaccination, defending the Salem witch trials. Goth. What she meant. What you wished she meant. Every Spanish sailor in the Caribbean. Captain Morgan. The Dark Ages. The Islamic Golden Age happening at the same time. When you're chilling with your fellow legionaries in northern Italy and you start hearing elephant sounds. Chinese engineers on their way to Persia. Persian engineers on their way to China. Gaius Julius Caesar, popular Roman leader and author, dies at the age of 55 surrounded by his friends. May 10, 1863 at night. Stonewall Jackson. His own men. When did insert crisis start? The answer, most of the time. Thank you for watching this video. Tune in at 5 PM British time for a video of changing topic. And at 7 PM for daily juicy memes. Check out my Discord server using the link in the description. Also be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you didn't already.